Hey everybody, we are live now, back with another live stream for Fallstreak, and I think this will be one of the last ones. This is, I have named it the finale. I gotta do this, dude. 2 hours of streaming. I think we can do this. Alright, we are gonna hop into the game now after closing the Chrome. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Chrome closed. I don't think I can read your message today as well. Well, I'm just gonna play it. Alright. We can't sleep too. Mommy will probably scold us because the 3 of us are sleeping too much. It's hard to move though. My body feels so heavy. I'm hungry. So there goes, the scene changes again. Whoa. So Auntie, she says, Auntie came to visit. I'm glad. It's been a long time since someone visited. Food. No. Earlier they would eat after Lini and Daya. They haven't eaten. She is really caring. The 2 of us go up to Lini's room. Look, Lini, Auntie brought us food. Say, Lini was still sleeping, so I help her eat. So we are now seeing the story from the perspective of Aloy. She's crying. Look at that tears. Damn, Auntie makes a strange face though. Like she was in pain. I hope she's not hurt. Look at this crying. Daya. Next we go to see Daya. Daya, say thanks. Auntie got us something to eat. Auntie makes a strange face again. Maybe she wanted some too. We probably shouldn't have eaten everything. Now I feel bad. Auntie wants Aloy to come live with her? What was Auntie saying? That's no good. Aloy needs to take care of Lini and Daya. Aloy needs to stay here until Mommy and Papa come back. Aloy will be a good girl and wait so that everyone can be together again. Everyone together. Together again. There we go. Another change of scenery. So this is 3 years after the event of 3 years after the first sequence of events. Okay, we are in the home. Oh, Tune, he's still alive. Trace, can you go get your mother? Oh, she's still alive. Emily's still alive? Damn, I didn't know. So now we are seeing the story from the perspective of Tristan. Hey, Gal. At least wait until your mother gets here before you stop making a mess. Yeah. You make a mess when you eat too, you know? Also, how many times they had to tell you not to call me Carl? How do you always find the worst possible way to shorten someone's name? It sounds even dumber than when you shorten Mommy's name. Okay, just calm down. Sending food all over the place. I let a chair near the window. Mother was in her usual sort, staring up into space. Wait, this is Aloy. This is Aloy. It's not Amini. It's not Amini, you know. What the kitchen went on it. How is she Amini now? She was Aloy. Oh, bro. Let that be. Now she's Amini, alright. The task complete. I turn to go back. Something makes me stop. For as long as I can remember, my mother's always been a quiet person. Has she truly been like this? Sometimes looking at her makes my chest hurt. It was as if she was hurting inside, but nobody in the world would understand that. Driven by a strong impulse, I wrapped my arms around her and buried myself in her warmth. Tris? What's the matter? Didn't understand very well myself. So for the time being, I just hold on to her. Why? Why are you holding me? Why am I holding you? That moment more than ever I wished I could speak. Words I wanted to tell her with all my heart. Even though I knew I couldn't push them, I moved my lips, because I feel like it. My face breaks out in a big wide smile as I answer. What? Mother's expression dressed. She clutches her head and leans over. What happened? Concerned, I tug at her sleeve. Eat dinner without me. I'll be in my room. Averting her eyes, she pulls away from me, leaving me behind once more. I wanted to reach out to her. I wanted to ask what was wrong, to help her and make sure she was okay. But in the end, All I can do is gaze at her receding back. I can't fall asleep. Mother, the expression is here on her face. I couldn't get it off my mind. Realizing I wasn't going to sleep anytime soon, I decided to grab a glass of water. Sound of breaking glass. Someone is in the kitchen. Though my first reflex is to take it out, something was mixed up. Something was wrong. Hiding in the shadows, I called my lantern and peeked into the kitchen. Ah! It was Mother. She was leaning over the kitchen sink, panting as if in pain. That's when I see it. Dappled in a vibrant candlelight, something red. Blood. Without warning, she pushes off the counter, tears off, sound on the front door being thrown open, splits the night as it disappears into the rain. A whirlwind of questions flooded my mind, none of which I had an answer to. One thing alone was clear though. She was hurt. I need to go after her. It's all I have to keep up with her. This place, it was a place the adults always was told to stay away from. Mind you lost. An abandoned area that had never been rebuilt after the fire collapse. The rainbow mist was known to rise and shroud the area at times, making it a dangerous location. Why was he here? Where was he going? Questions swirling in my head only continued to grow as I chased through the ruins. Under the falling rain, even the light from my lone lantern felt feeble. Suddenly, Mother stopped running. I skipped to a halt. Her hand had stopped. There shouldn't have been any reason. But when I take a step forward, a whistling sound fills the air. Something brushes against my face. I fall onto my rear end. What just happened? My hand trembled for the ability to the cheek. Comes away with something. Something warm. Blood. Run. Run away, Triss. The lantern rolls across the floor. It comes to rest by her feet, illuminating her face. However, the face that I behold was not blown to someone I know. Madness. There was no other way to describe it. It was the face of the one who had fallen into madness. Panic seizes my heart as a light goes out and another vision cuts through the air. I need to get away. Stumbling to my feet, I turn and flee. Footsteps. Oh, this means that this is like 7 years before the events of the first sequence of events. Yeah, probably because that was Anna Mindy 215 probably. Yep, that means he tries to kill him here. Sound of footsteps behind me. Devastation. A deafening sob wind blows past my ear. Realizing I was exposed out in the open, I veer off the street into a series of alleys. A rubble and undergrowth reach out and grab at my feet as I plunge into the darkness. Like the hands of corpses denied salvation. Grabbing, they drag me down the spiral staircase of my lost madness. Dismissed. When did it get so misty? I had no idea where I was. All I knew was that I needed to get away. I dug as a thorough movement erupted in the corner of my vision. A flash of gleaming silver cuts through the air around me, closes into a nearby wooden post, leaving it nearly in twain. That could have been me. If there had been any doubt before, it was gone. Mother was trying to kill me. Her eyes were like those of a hunter. They draw me in, paralyzing me, strangling me, eating me. Shaking my head violently, I tear myself away in death with thirst, but her face remained etched in my mind's eye. The way she looked at me, it made me realize something. Even though she was my mother, I didn't know anything about her, nothing about her past, nor anything about her current self. What was she thinking? What was she feeling? Well, they were all faraway things I didn't understand at all. All I knew was that I was her prey. Where was I? I couldn't tell anymore. Everywhere looked the same. Clip, clock, clip, clock. Unable to rest, unable to breathe. It shouldn't have been possible, but every time I try to slow it down, it becomes deafening. Sounds of footsteps, ringing through the night, ringing through my skull. I can't stop moving, because if I do, I'll die. That's what it meant to say, right? So then we are in this scene now. How long have I been running for? Everything felt murky and heavy. like time itself had abandoned me. Even the breaths hitting my body felt like they were weighing me down. I can't keep this up anymore. My foot catches on something. I plummet to the ground. The sounds of footsteps. It stops. Dread seizes me. The silence was crushing, suffocating, even though noise had been maddening. Now that it was gone, I'm afraid to look behind me, but the fear of not looking was even greater. My body trembles violently as I force myself to turn around. I can see it, a dark figure, shrouded in malice. Slowly, one step, two, she walks towards me. Clawing at the ground, I drag myself away from her. The moment my back hits something, silver flashes. Driven to desperation, I grab her arm and try to push the knife back. But it was no use. Slowly but steadily, the knife inches towards my throat. Just when the tip is about to sink me, though, I notice, while one of her hands was pressing the blade towards me, the other was gripping the edge, gripping tightly, as if to stop it. The blood from her trembling fingers spills down, and it trickles onto her bare skin. All of a sudden, something crumbles at my back. A sense of weightlessness grips me. As I tumble through the darkness, a thought crosses my mind. Am I going to die? Shutting my eyes, I resign myself to fate. But then, as if to shield me from the darkness, something wraps me in tight embrace. They fall down into the well. I think, yep, that is the well. So that's what he remembered. This is the well. This is what it looks from the well. It's dark, it's cold. Far above, a circle of light. What's this? You're awake. Someone was holding me. As we fell, they had placed their body between me and the ground. Mom, don't move, Tris. My body. I wanted to turn around. I wanted to make sure she was okay. Please. But something in her voice stops me. Reluctantly, I take tensing from my body. I let myself be enveloped in her warmth. It was comfortable. So unbelievably comfortable, I wanted to cry. When was the last time she hugged me like this? I couldn't remember. I've always wished for it, that she hold me like this, because whenever we hug, it's always just me holding onto her, one side. Tris, can I tell you a story? I know it's not something I should burden you with, but I want someone to listen. I wrapped my hand around hers and squeezed. I wanted to hear to know I was there for her. Tris, thank you. Mother exhales briefly. It's a story about a foolish woman, a broken woman who lost her pieces. So she starts telling her boss story. I think that is what it is. No. For a long time, my consciousness drifts through a haze. Hot, heavy, I splinter into fragments. One by one, I piece myself back together, only to end up breaking again. Burn the witch plagued me as I flickered between wakefulness and the bottom of dream. Visions of a burning figure, manner with again and again, again and again. No matter how many times I try to reach out, my lean body doesn't make it. I think this is from the perspective of Emily again. Emily wakes up. Am? Did you hear me? So she used to call Emmy, but he calls Am. What the heck? Emily! You don't have to shout. Oh, thanks the heavens. You're finally awake. Mommy! Kelly tries to hug me, but she fails. Muffled foam sounds as she face bounce onto the bed. Right, she probably hasn't adjusted her lack of arms yet. How long have I been out? The last thing I remembered was dragging myself home and treating Kalina too. It's been several weeks now. It really scared me, you know. When I woke up, I found you collapsed with an awful wound and a high fever. The doctor that stitched you up said you got a nasty infection from your injury. Sometimes you'd wake up to eat and drink, but but you never really fully conscious for that. You look like shit, says Emily. There were dark bags under Artyom's eyes. Haha, let's just say I've handled enough shit to justify looking like this. The aftermath's been pretty rough, but I'm glad you're back with us. There's a lot I can do with how my hands are now. With great difficulty, Artyom forces open his bandaged hands. I see. Little Tris here never left your side the entire time, you know. Okay, he can't speak. Tris was sitting at my bedside with tears in his eyes. The doctor said the rainbow flame smoke took his voice. He may never be able to speak again. I reach out to wipe away his tears, but something makes him stop. Color of life, vivid and red. It colors his fingertips, dripping, bleeding. It crawls off my arm as if to consume me. When I blink my eyes, it vanishes. My hand falls his cheek, as if weighted down by shackle. It drops back to my side. June, how are the patients doing? About that, I tried to check up on the wages the other day, but for some reason all of the Mimlos has been cordoned off. Cordon? What's that? What does cordon mean? A line, a circle of police, soldiers, guards preventing access from any area to building. So they have cordoned, okay. Apparently it's been overrun by rainbow mist. Wait, you shouldn't get up yet. I need to go. Wait. A sense of lightness assaults me as I rise from bed. My body felt weak and unresponsive, but I couldn't spare a second. I needed to make sure they were safe. Grabbing what I can on the way out, I raced towards the Vecchia household. Please let them be safe. But the only thing that awaited me was a reality that was far too cruel. Auntie, Adelise pale and emaciated figure. Look, leave me. Auntie brought us food. Then it's thin, rotting corpse. Daya, say thanks. Auntie grabs some Daya's lifeless body, with his mouth still visible around his neck. So that was why she was visibly in pain, from Aloy's point of view. Because of me, Mallory had died. Aloy will be a good girl and wait, now, her children as well, so that everyone can be together again. Please take care of my children. Everyone together. They're just like their mother after all. Together. Like crybabies that get lonely easily to try to act strong. Again. So dark. And then again we go back to the well. Couldn't protect her. I couldn't even protect what she had left behind. Her last request, her dying wish, if it had been for their sake. So that scene was before 2208 and Normandy or something. That had been for their sake. But even that, with a modest wish of hers, I squeezed mother's hand. I had no idea. I think she'd been buried such a way for all this time. The red illusion. Even now, I can still see it. It never leaves her sight anymore. For years, I've tried to live with it. I tried to ignore it. It slowly spread its stains all over my soul. And I did something I couldn't take back. I can see it. This world is what's wrong. A vivid illusion that rationality cannot defeat it. The world is strong. The world is broken. I am broken. The world is my enemy. A red that overwhelms all else, splattering the monochrome canvas of the world. Colors, the more I try to scrape it away, the more vivid it became. They make my vision insane. No matter what I do, they won't go away.